incredible if Rusty Wallace wins this thing. 59 races without winning. If he gets this one, it's going to be 2 in a row after that long spell of not winning a race other than Daytona.
There
right?
is a certain thing that drivers do. They get a favorite car, and all of a sudden magic starts happening. It was like Jeff Gordon, the car they call Blacker was his favorite car, and I mean he would win races with that thing sometimes when it was torn up.
Yeah, Rusty and I sat in the trailer on Friday morning, and he said he's going to make this car just like Midnight, which was one of his favorites for many years, won lots and lots of races in that automobile. And you're right, buddy. He has an affectionate feel for this race car. Man, they like those cars, and tough to beat them. Well, Rusty's good here anyway.
Just 28 laps to go. And there you see the speed differentials. We were talking about it earlier.
Coming into today, Rusty had 5 wins, 3 second places, and 29 starts at this place. That's 28% first or second in a career at this racetrack. Not bad. DJ still looking for his first win here.
He's Gordon right up top, and here we have it. Jarrett moving closer and closer every lap. He's got it down to about a 4-car length lead now.
Rusty Wallace still showing the way. Lap 367 now complete. The Rainbow Warriors getting set to celebrate a championship and maybe a win. Welcome back, everybody. You see the spread. Rusty Wallace to Jeff Gordon. Dale Jarrett from first to third, 1 and 2/10 seconds. But right there, second and third. Darn close to nose to tail. Last lap, Rusty at 143.9. Jarrett 143.8 miles an hour. And Gordon was quickest on the last lap.
Computers. I'm seeing right now that Jarrett is catching him, and I also thought that Gordon just brushed the wall the lap before this as he was going through turns 3 and 4.
A lot of these guys have been so close to brushing the wall all day.
Not Rusty. He stayed downstairs pretty much all day. Very different line for the majority.
Go figure this business. You go over a year without a win, and now you're looking at a potential second victory in a week's time.
Some people say it starts just about an inch over the ears. You start thinking, hey, wait a minute. This car is magic, and I can win it.
That's their position there. Hamilton grabbing the spot away from Ward Burton. That'll be 6th nicely right there.
Hamilton has been tenacious all day in that brand new race car. He'd be at the tail end of the lead lap and just fight his way back up again.
Now time for us to go to Matt Yoakum with our Stanley picture-in-a-picture. Stanley, whatever it is, wherever it is, make something great. Stanley. Matt.
Well, Eli, Todd Parrish recruiting for the 88 car of Dale Jarrett. Your car has dropped back to third. Has it gone back to the tight side?
The car's not bad right now. He's driving his heart out, trying to get back up to the front. Hope he can do it.
Well, Kyle Petty, the good news, has left the pit area. DJ is trying to hold on to that third position in the points. He's got a 36-point lead over Rusty Wallace, but Rusty told me that it would break his heart if DJ had to get out of the car either here or Atlanta, which would then give him the third spot. He says, I don't want a gimme. I want to win it fair and square.
That's very believable, too. These guys will race you hard, but they like everybody on the circuit. They travel together. You want to win it straight up. You really do. 15 laps to go.
Boy, oh boy. It looks to me like second and third closing in on our leader right now. Rusty's got a pretty good lead with us down to about 10 car lengths now. The Jeff Gordon and Dale Jarrett are driving their heart out.
Of course, traffic oftentimes a factor here.
And it's going to be in about 3 or 4 more laps. There's some lap traffic just in front of them as they come down here. To get hung up at traffic for one turn, these guys will be all over.
There'll be a group of 6 cars and then a group of a couple. Now the leaders will have to negotiate their way through. They get around Steve Park as you see what the last few laps look like.
You can see right there, Jeff Gordon's been running the high side. He gained about 6-7 car lengths on Rusty because Rusty's car works better on the bottom side of the racetrack. When he had to give up the bottom, you can see him just move right in.
So many strategies, so many lines, so many different ways to play your cars. And it's not just the racetrack. You got to find the line that works best for the race car, the way it's behaving. And for Jeff Gordon, it's way up there, and for Rusty Wallace, it's way down there.
Well, Rusty's going by, but look at Dale Earnhardt still fighting very, very hard, right up against the wall there.
That's a position. Earnhardt and Rudd, they're battling for ninth. Jeremy Mayfield makes an unscheduled pit stop, lap 381. That's a good scramble right there, ninth place. 10 laps to go, and they get back to the stripe.
Boy, these guys are fighting all the way around the racetrack. Earnhardt finally gets ahead of Ricky Rudd, slides right up to the outside wall and hits down off turn 4 there. You can see really very, very close there.
Two veterans who've raced side by side for many, many years, and perhaps they race harder against each other than almost anybody else. Look at this.
Scramble for the lead.
Boy.
Here comes Gordon using the high side.
You can tell it's money time. He moves in and makes it less than a car length. Jeff Gordon in the 24 looking all over the backside there of Rusty Wallace.
And Rusty's not going to go up and try to block him. Going to let him have that high line.
Oh, Jeff Gordon now about a 3/4 car length into the lead.
Goodness. And the fans like what they see. They are going wild in the Gordon rooting section. And now he makes the clean pass. So he's trying to wrap up the title, which he has done, and grab another win.
Like if you see the back of Rusty Wallace's car get very, very loose. He's moved up the racetrack right now. Dale Jarrett taking a look on the inside.
That was a pretty good wiggle.
This is the second place. Give it to Jarrett as they come towards the line. Half a car length there to 88, Dale Jarrett.
So they swap the spots around here at lap number 385. But Jeff Gordon, a 3-time winner here. Trying to join Darrell Waltrip as a 4-time winner here at the Rock.
How about winning 12 races in one season? I mean,
the year's not over yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. He'll go over his $6 million today as well, without the point money.
Yeah.
You know, I got a feeling he would do it for nothing. I think he just enjoys winning and being a part of a great team, and that's what he has right now.
Well, that's been his whole life. Since a little kid, this is what he has worked for. What he's brought up to do, be a professional race car driver. Is he ever? One of the greats of all time already at age 27.
It's just so methodical, too. He takes his time, bit by bit by bit, and a handful of laps to the finish. There he is. Kind of like the stuff Pearson used to do in his heyday. Darlington, wherever it was. You'd not see him all day. Next thing you know, 12 laps to go. You look out the right side of your window, and he'd come the Purolator Mercury going by.
5 to go as Jeff Gordon comes by. Ray Evernham, watchful eye on him as he goes around. He's extending his lead just a little bit.
He is. It's now 0.6 of a second. Gordon over Jarrett. It's 1 7/10 seconds over Rusty Wallace, who has fallen a bit off the pace in third.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm watching Dale Jarrett right now. He's got his foot into this thing up to the firewall. He's driving his heart out. He went in that last corner and slid that car right up to the outside wall. This thing is not over yet.
Now, he didn't come here to finish second yet again. 4 of the last 5 races, Dale Jarrett has been second. He wants first.
Time's a fleeting. 3 laps to go.
3 to go, but it's down to about 5 car lengths now. Dale Jarrett's doing everything he can to close in on Jeff Gordon.
2 laps to go.
Talk about heart. A guy with the gallbladder problem, dehydration last week, driving his heart out here on one of the toughest racetracks of all time.
A lap and a half remaining. There's a good bit of traffic to deal with now as the leaders come towards the stripe. White flag. One more time around. Jeff Gordon trying to become the first driver since Darrell Waltrip in 1982 to win 12 races in a season. It would be his 4th win at the Rock.
There's lap traffic right now.
Robert Presley, Jeff Green. Not enough time. Jeff Gordon wins the championship. Jeff Gordon wins the EC Delco 400, his 12th victory of the 1998 season. And the celebrations will be twofold today, as Jeff Gordon takes home all sorts of honors today, including the $20,000 Winston Leader bonus. And of course, the pace today will likely prove to be a record. 3 hours and 7 minutes to complete the 400 miles here at Rockingham. A lot of happy folks.
And a lot of time to celebrate.
That's one racer right there. What a racer. Well, he's going to take his time on this cool-down lap. Wave at all those fans.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You want an impressive number? Second half of the season, all right? The second half of the season, Jeff's average finish
I got a
is
burnout
2.1.
50th anniversary right there, Jeff Gordon having himself a big old time out here.
The NASCAR Winston Cup Championship is his.
Hey, he left the logo alone. Look at that. The logo's still fine. He got the lawn only.
Hey, he's almost perfect.
Of course, he's not done yet.
That's in front of the main grandstand.
We can't say he just barely made it on fuel or tires, can he?
Of course, we'll be with the celebration here on TNN Motorsports. He falls in behind the Winston Cup Championship pace car. Yep, the man's good.
Go.
The man is good. Between he and Ray Evernham, and now they'll graduate Patrick Donahue to crew chief the new NASCAR Busch Series team.
Eli goes deeper than that, though. He went to a great race team, Hendricks Motorsport. The people behind this race car are second to none. It's a great race team. He was very fortunate as a young man to be able to move into a great race team and bring Ray Evernham up with him.
This is the 8th time that the same driver has won both races at Rockingham in a single season. Rusty Wallace, the last man to do it back in 1993. 32 races thus far this year. 32 races, 21 top 3s, 25 top 5 finishes in 32 races, and 27 top 10s. Folks, only 5 times has he not finished in the top 10 this year.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
Where would you find the flaw if you were trying to catch him?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
There is no flaw here. Eddie Dickerson builds the chassis, runs the fab shop, does a great job. Randy Dorton on the engines. He is an absolutely brilliant man with a great staff behind him. John Hendricks stepping in this year for his brother to run the team, and he's done admirably.
Want to add to the numbers? Let's go back to 1995. All right, a 3 years ago. Since 95, Jeff Gordon has finished in the top 3. 55% of the time he has finished in the top 3, 69 races of the 126 since the beginning of 1995. And the numbers just keep on coming to you. And it's just remarkable.
Well, the crowd is cheering their approval. Crew members from Dale Jarrett's team sticking their head in, congratulating Jeff Gordon.
That looked like one of the Parrots, either Brad or Todd, who had stuck his head in there to congratulate Jeff Gordon.
He's calling for somebody.
While we're waiting for this, just remember that Dale Jarrett hung on, added to his points there over Rusty Wallace.